Hey guys, Chaos Master 237 here, back for more Final Fantasy XVI. As you can clearly see, this is not where I last left off. And no, I didn't do any side quests off camera. You see, I actually had completed the side quest regarding testing one of the newer members of of the Hideaway, the Curse Breakers. There we go. For the scout position, and I also completed the side quest regarding Dalamil. If so, if I did show off the fact that there was a side quest here, I don't honestly remember. It's honestly been about a day because I honestly needed that time to cool off about the fact that, well, as I was trying to end the recording at this particular part where I chose to start up a side quest, which involved reading um, Duke Rosfield's will, well, for whatever reason, my console was slowing down. Think of it like one of those think of it like with drawing a small drawing images in a and on like sticky notes, for example. You know how you draw one thing, you go to another page, you draw another, as if it's like a motion picture. It was basically doing that, and it was incredibly slow. And while that was happening, my recording didn't get saved. Somehow, for some reason, I don't know, that I still don't know why it happened. It ended up corrupting the file, which meant the recording, the whole 57 minutes I had of recording, is gone. And I didn't save the game before I started that recording. So unfortunately, I can't go, and I checked the autosaves I had. All it would do is take me to, all those autosaves would do is take me to where the side quest was ending. For the Dalamil side quest was ending. And I didn't, I felt like it was dumb to do that because it was honestly a good cutscene. It was honestly a good scene showing off the how the kids are like telling off these adults about how to treat Lubor and everything. So yeah, you can imagine how pissed off I am, or rather I was. Well, yeah, I was, and then I'm still pissed off about it when it happened. So yeah, unfortunately that is gone. So we're gonna have to just go through with the rest of what we got. I don't like it any more than you guys do, believe me. I hate that it happened, and I couldn't. And I tried looking it up, tried finding any way to fix it, and there was nothing. I was met with nothing. So I'm just like, the hell with it.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
I'm sorry to pause right here, but I am absolutely hoping that not only does this not happen again, and any of the other Let's Plays I do, or any recordings or Let's Plays, I am extremely hoping it doesn't happen when I'm playing any of the DLC for this game or any other game. I would absolutely hate it if my recordings were cut in the middle of, like let's say cutscenes, and then I had to start all that crap over again. I really hope it doesn't happen.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue.
Sorry about that, I have a notification.
Ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash, a continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the third chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
Of course.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Alright. Where there's a will.
Good girl. Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Yeah, once again, I don't really have much to talk about in this game. Like, Final Fantasy is fun and all, but it's like one of those games I don't have much comments on. Mostly because it's too engrossing for the story and everything, you know? And hello, Mr. Griffin.
There it is.
For House Rosfield. All yours, Torgal.
Oops.
Get him. Get him. Sickle. Get
No, I think I should have done that instead. Oh wow, you missed. Oh, that ain't good. Oh jeez. Haha, parried you, bitch. Thank you, Torgal.
this one. Over here. Slow. Nice try. This one. Sickle. Get him.
Really am wishing I had Judgment Bolt right now. Oh, that didn't go well. Alright, well, I'll just take advantage of that. I'm just gonna take advantage of it and change it. Let's see, he won't do... Yeah, Titan won't do much good here. That might still do something. Wicked Wheel. Go away for Judgment Bolt. And we're gonna use one of the favorites. Wait, no, I got a good idea. Lightning Rod. Impulse. Not Diamond Dust, but... that won't exactly help. And with that though, so we'll go with Judgment Bolt. There we go. Keep on just doing that. Yeah, just Judgment Bolt him right there. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. There we go. There we go. Oh, it timed it perfectly with it ending. That was awesome. Impulse again. Yeah, you take a break from doing that, thank you. Whoop.
Nice try.
Help me, boy.
Get him.
Over here.
This one. Nice try.
Go for it.
Get him.
Yeah, we'll just go over level 3.
Go for it.
Get him.
You know what? Never get tired of ending a boss fight like that. It just never gets old.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Garuda will know.
There's one thing I honestly do hate is when like the boss fight areas are just really too small for you know when they're on the wild.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain now.
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Garuda, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Garuda, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Garuda, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us. Forgive him my service, meaning.
The bands seek you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
All right.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Yeah, since we're here.
Do you see that too?
Yeah, I wonder what she thinks about it.
What brings you to the caravans today? Did I tell you that was what he wanted?
No, whoops.
No matter.
I thought she would have asked about Origin.
Come back soon, won't you?
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Yeah, which is still stupid.
Papa? Why doesn't it fall?
Magic.
Don't you go tempting fate, girl.
Even if it falls over there, what someone could do?
Please, just make it stop. Make it stop.
What? What is it?
I'm scared.
It's all right. I'm here.
Nothing good's gonna come of this, I'm telling you.
Just
Right
know
about that.
It's enough to send a shiver down your spine.
Not here.
Ready, girl?
Time to fight.
No, it's not. Ah, can't resist.
Straight home now.
Shiva!
You know me, I can't resist right now. I've resisted before, but I can't this time. Mostly because they were already in my way. Getting the 96. Oh yeah, I don't have the thing equipped, so that might have also been the reason. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I can't be be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal. Oblige him. This won't take long.
Damn right it won't.
You're right. It won't.
I just said that.
Then finish him.
Nah, you're the ones that are gonna die.
Shiva! Garuda!
Ah, I guess I don't have it. Oh well. Eh. Haha.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's on me for not having any ability that could do multiple hits, multiple targets at once.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis, or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
He's right.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round.
True,
I can
you're
barely
not.
convince my brother to take his medicine.
That's true.
This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Alright.
Let's go.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Yeah.
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain.
Fair.
Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just
True.
back there. Be safe.
Oh, is that what this was? I wondered what this area was before. It was a grave for our dear father. Who would have known?
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
Sun himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Yeah.
We won't lay you down. Onward then. Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Let's do Bethlehem. Alright. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Isn't that the whole point? Like, what? He's been in our party the whole time, and they're just now telling me this? I'm confused. I am confused. Don't understand.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some guide hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Done. That didn't work. So who else? Who else?
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Let's get this stall set up.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Oops. Didn't mean to go into photo mode.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandicoot.
Can
There
I
we
help
go.
you with something? You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Can hardly make out a blooming thing. All for a sunny day.
This one.
Farewell.
Oh shit. No, 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 no. I don't want to fight that guy. Sorry. There we are.
Tracks. Not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Oh, is it asleep or injured?
I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Oh crap, baskets. It's gonna attack us, isn't it?
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you.
Nice.
Let's get this back together before they change their minds.
Alright, I think I got some time for maybe one more side quest. Let's see what we can do about the ones here.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
That's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
Right?
A stirring argument.
Hey.
I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
So I think we'll just head back here. Try to submit the ones we've done.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's Alder as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then?
In a way.
Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places.
True.
You're thinking, Clive?
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you?
I mean, it's
you
true.
You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
He's got you there.
Once more onto the breach.
Not so subtle,
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Thank you. Alright guys, I am officially out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. And once again, we will be continuing with a lot of the with all these side quests that are coming up, and we will eventually be dealing with the notorious marks once we get to them. Until then, laters.